Welcome to Cooking with Dave. This is episode 15. Avocados, which is why we're listening to Linda Ronstadt sing La Chariada. All right, Linda, that's it. Anyway, it's a deep and dark November. It's the 11th of November. It's Veterans Day, Armistice Day in England. That's why I'm wearing my red poppy, which is a British thing. And we've been talking a lot about avocados lately, or avocates as they're called in Mexico, because they're a family favorite, and they always have been. And the funny thing is that when I was a kid, back in the 20th century, growing up in the 50s, early 60s, we didn't have avocados in the northeast of America, or maybe most other places. They had them in California where they grew them, and of course Mexico is still the leading producer of avocados. But when avocados became available in New York, where I come from, my mother just went nuts, and she loved avocados so much. And she always kept a stash of avocados around because my parents were very social, and there were always people dropping in all over from all over the world for my father's legendary martinis. The avocado has been around for 5,000 years. My research shows that it's native to the Americas, first domesticated 5,000 years ago, prized for its large and unusually oily fruit. It's also sometimes called the alligator pear or the avocado pear. My research also indicates that there are many Aztec legends about the avocado. First of all, that the Aztecs in Mesoamerica grew avocados the size of like Volkswagens, and they used to haul them up their stone temples, and just for a laugh, they would push them off the top and watch them as they went down the steps, boom, 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 and splattered at the end. And that was how guacamole was invented, actually. And there was also a famous Aztec god called Huitzilopochtli, to whom we pray when we're trying to get over on the standby ferry to Martha's Vineyard in the summertime. But Huitzilopochtli apparently invented the avocado, and to this day, in some parts of Mesoamerica, a pair of avocados are called known as los cojones de Huitzilopochtli. In other words, Huitzilopochtli's balls. Well, anyway, my mother always kept some ripe ones around for people who were dropping in, and she always kept some of these cans of tiny shrimp around, because what she liked to do was cut the avocados and then stuff them with the tiny shrimp to give her guests at l'heure de l'apéritif, which means cocktail hour. So here we go. We're cutting them up. Ooh, these look nice, yeah. Well, what does it say here? It says, avocado trees are partly self-pollinating and are often propagated through whatever. Its fruit, sometimes also referred to as an alligator pear, is botanically a large berry containing a single large seed.
It is large.
All right, we're going to keep going here. It's a long tracking shot, but I hope I don't cut my finger off again. Well, the last episode of Cooking with Dave was shot in Berlin. So we've been a little bit nervous about resuming this thing after the pandemic and all this stuff. So to calm our fragile nerves, because the actors' strike is just over now, and both of us are now free to work again. Anyway, our producer Hana Davis has invented the perfect drink or cocktail for this sort of episode. And so we have some California champagne. We're not supposed to say that. We have some sparkling wine from California. So good. And we take that, and then we take some of this, is it French or Austrian? Österreicher Williamsbrand pear brandy. And we'll just top this off a little bit. Right, like this. And then we take the pear brandy, which is basically white lightning, eau de vie kind of thing, and we add that in there.
Good for your blood pressure.
I think so too, and mine is awfully high. Such is the anxiety level at producing this episode. Thank you. Thanks for joining us, but we're only halfway through. No, we're almost done actually, so hang on. We're going to break for a pipe in a minute too. Okay, so our producer, Hana Davis, has already, opened a can of the bumblebee tiny shrimp. And now we have some good olive oil. And we throw that in there. And we take some black pepper. That's what I do with my grandson. You'll see him in probably in episode 17 or something like that. He's going to cook with me like Jacques Pepin with his little daughter. And some lemon juice. And what's the, salt. This is kosher salt. Okay. The tiny shrimp that we're going to download into these avocados, we just noticed they're a product of Indonesia. Okay, so anyway, we've got an open can. And so now we're going to show you.
Here comes the action.
What my mother used to do to serve her annoying relatives and my father's annoying friends.
Who were drunk after the martinis.
My father would get these poor people, sometimes who would come directly from Idlewild Airport, and my father would get them hammered, and my mother would feed them a whole bunch of appetizers and stuff like these. And it was very convivial, but I thought this was disgusting actually, as a kid. But it's a great thing. It's a really nice way to have an avocado pear, which are very healthy. The oil in these are very, very well. You live 1,000 years if you stick with avocados. And they sell a lot of avocado oil in the markets these days, so there must be some health benefits. Okay, so we're almost done. A little more pepper. Oh, no, wait.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm going to need a lot more because apparently I was screwing these things on with the top on. That's Hana Davis's cocktail for you. Champagne and pear white lightning. You should patent that. All right, and some fresh, beautiful jus de citron. And here we are, late in November. The light is getting low, and the temperature is dropping.
You're moving them.
And here's our dish: avocados a la shrimp. Thank you so much. That was episode 15, Cooking with Day, November 11th. This is HB. He's been in several previous episodes. I think he was in the bathtub at one point. But the actor strike is over, and so he and I are ready to go back to work. All you talent agents, send your cards to us. Our producer and set decorator and director L.A. Davis is now showing you a picture of our founder, Judith Ahrens, our late founder, and we dedicate this episode to her memory on Veterans Day.